We got any special guests today?
No, just two of us. I figured maybe we could do a theme podcast. Maybe we could start screwing with this thing a little bit.
Sure.
What are you feeling?
Isn't our theme Japanese video games?
No, that's one Keenan's on.
Uh,
What's the you want to do voices?
Voices. You mean like we talk in different? We try and do impressions while we do the podcast.
Yeah, you want to do like NPR or some shit?
NPR. That would be cool if I knew how to emulate that. Give me a taste of what that sounds like.
So,
oh, I know what you're.
We played Destiny this week.
It's like that old SNL sketch with
yeah. I know what you
what
mean.
was that? You liked that one, I remember. It's very low key. And
who was the other one? Because one of them was Molly Shannon.
Yeah, Molly Shannon, and I don't know who else.
And the other one.
And the other one. I don't think I can keep that up.
No, I don't think I could either.
That'd be tough. How was your week?
I'm tired. I'm very tired. Do you find that you, as you age, get tired easier?
Yes, but I think it's probably because of kids. Maybe.
Do you think so?
Sure. I think it plays a bigger role than just being older.
I'm fucking exhausted all the time.
Yeah. Maybe you are getting old. I'm older than you. I don't know. I'm tired for different reasons. There's a new restaurant that opened up near us, and it's called Hotopia. It's like a Szechuan place, and it was a little bit too hot for me. It hurt me today. Today was part of the most, like, a good chunk of today was me just in pain until I went to the bathroom enough times. So that's why I'm tired. Do you ever, I guess it's hard to explain, but if you have bowel pain for too long, it just fatigues you. It just makes you more tired.
I get that, not with bowels, but with like upper GI tract shit.
Oh, like heartburn?
Yeah, indigestion, this kind of thing.
Dyspepsia.
And if it's bad enough, then I get what you're saying. Like I'm tired of this.
You just beat. Yeah.
Yep.
Just get beat from just dealing with pain. That sucks. So we played a lot of Destiny this past week.
I feel like 3 nights of raid is a lot.
Yeah, that's another reason why you're probably tired.
Like Jackie,
I was tired last night.
Jackie had sent a message today saying like, "Hey, you guys want to give it one last shot before reset?" I'm like, "No, man, I do not."
Yeah, it was.
I do not want to.
I was tired. It wasn't like it was that late last night. Like I just stayed up because I wasn't working today, but I was just like, nope, I don't feel like doing anything now. I just want to go to bed.
It's enough of this.
Yeah, that raid is something else. I mean, I was reading about people's complaints about it who had played Destiny 1 like you guys, and just seeing what other people thought who had like the other, comparing to the other raids and stuff. And apparently it's a lot more. Apparently people's complaints were that like this raid is a lot more like each individual is doing their own separate thing, and if they screw up one little thing, everyone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Before, you could get away with like, oh, this person could compensate for this other person. Like you could do a little bit of like things screwed up a little bit, but you could like turn it around by being skillful or having like coordinating. Do you know what I mean?
But don't you think that also, like, so say in Destiny 1, there wasn't that limit on being able to resurrect somebody once or revive someone once.
Right.
And so quite often, as long as you could keep a handle on it, then if someone is dying often, you just get them back up and continue, right?
Right.
But that's not the case here.
Right. You can only, true. You can't compensate for, beyond like a first failure almost. Like there was a couple times, and depending on the part of the raid, where you could like adjust slightly to like
bath especially.
On the fly. Yeah, baths. You could sort of make up for some small mistakes, and that felt good. I liked that. I like that dynamic. Like I like how you sort of as a group, everyone feels things kind of get shifted off and everyone kind of course corrects, and then you feel it kind of snap back into place and you're like, oh, we got it. I love that, but I feel like the final encounter doesn't have any room for that at all.
I'd agree with that too.
Do you know what I mean?
I think, but it feels like the last fight in King's Fall. Oryx was very much like that, where like if you screwed up, then it was over for everybody. And that being said, it was one of the most annoying fights. You know what? I wouldn't even mind if it was just Callus, like just the boss of the raid that was the case. But it really is like the whole thing. It's exhausting.
It's sort of like the design philosophy of the whole thing. Yeah.
Well, because it encourages teamwork and not being able to just get carried through, right? But it's fun. It's not bad.
Yeah, it just you can't do it that many nights in a
row. Do you have anything else you want to talk about Destiny? I feel like we're kind of Destinied out on this
for now.
Show. Yeah. I did play 2 more games.
Okay, cool.
I didn't put a ton of time into either, but I put enough to have kind of a feeling about. It came out earlier this year, but I bought Bye Bye Box Boy.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
Which is a third Box Boy game for 3DS. First one was really, really cool and brand new and exciting. The second one felt more the same, and this one also feels more the same. I don't know what I was expecting. Not that I expected anything different, but it's just I don't feel excited to play it. It's just kind of going through motions, you know.
Right.
The other game that I picked up also gave me the same feeling, where I'm going through motions because I've done it so many times already before. Can you guess based on that?
Picross something?
No.
Okay.
Also for 3DS though.
Oh, what came out? Something Metroid?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't think you were going to even touch that.
It was kind of an impulse. I was in the store like last week and I just, fine.
I thought about it too. I saw it in the store and I was like, I've been hearing okay things, but not enough. That's
it's fine, but I've played this before.
Yeah.
Like not even just like Metroid 2, just like Metroid. Like the formulas, and I hate to say it, but it's kind of tired now.
Yeah, so many people have done their version of it, right? We've got a lot more of that genre, games in the genre that are out there that do their own variation on it, that I think in some ways do certain aspects of Metroid better. Not as a whole package, but yeah, I mean, from what I've seen of it, it doesn't seem like it necessarily evolves things too much. It does a little more like...
pretty vanilla.
I mean,
it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just, I have no great desire to play it. Like there's no hooks, you know?
Yeah. Did you play any more of Cook Serve Delicious 2?
No, not yet. And it sucks because I want to, and I'm excited about it. I feel the same way about, as I do about Thumper.
Yeah.
Where it takes effort. It takes so much work to get into it.
Yeah.
And to, go back to I'm fucking exhausted all the time.
Yeah.
It makes it real tough. Where, you know what? With something like Destiny, I can just play Destiny and chill.
Not raid. Other thing.
Not necessarily raid, but if I'm raiding like, in the evening, not during a work week, it's a lot easier to justify.
Yeah. Games that have that's an interesting, games that have different aspects depending on your mood that you can delve into. You know what I mean? Like Destiny, sure, there's one, there's activities you can do that depend on your mood a little bit. There's some variety there. I think World of Warcraft is definitely one.
I was going to say World of Warcraft, and even just the genre, right? Like most MMOs, there's a million things you can do. So just choose what you want to do.
It can be really stressful, really hard, really challenging, or you can just be like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. I'm trying to think of it. I mean, life simulators give you a lot of different things, or sandbox games give you a lot of different things to do, but it's not the same thing. It's that degree of difference of hardcore to completely casual, chill out stuff.
I should say, I just thought about it, but I did play another game. And this one I actually put some time into was Octopath Traveler for Switch.
Oh, that's a demo, but I heard people were getting a lot more out of that demo than
There's a ton in it. I played. You can choose from 2 characters, and you play through their little kind of intro story, and that's fine. It's fun.
Name again,
Octopath Traveler. So I guess it's like a the old like Saga games that Square used to put out. It feels very much like that, not in like battle system or anything, but just the idea of having a bunch of different characters and their stories kind of intertwined.
Well, what's it called like that? What's that game where you do a bunch of different stories? Saga does it, but there's another one I'm thinking of. Valkyrie? No.
Valkyrie Profile?
No, not Valkyrie. Yeah, Valkyrie Profile. That's right. Yep.
The PS1?
Yes.
So in that one, what's the main character? Is it Lenneth, or is Lenneth the blonde girl?
I can't remember.
I didn't
play it enough. I played a bit of it, but
there was a bunch of side stories, and those people would join your team, but it was more like the stories were based on this chapter's about this person. I guess that is kind of Octopath Traveler too, though.
Right?
But there's no like central main character that is kind of along for the ride, right? But after you finish the demo, there's like the boss, and actually, you know what? I died to the boss the first time. It was really exciting. Because I'm like, when do you ever die fighting a boss now, right?
In an RPG, yeah.
But it sucked because I went back and I just grinded out for like not very long, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I went back and destroyed him.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I was really excited before that happened, and then after it happened, I was like, eh.
Oh, if the challenge isn't balanced and you can just grind through. Well, you know what? When I saw it, it reminded me of like that, like part of Final Fantasy VI when you split up and everyone's doing their own thing. Is each story in the same world or in the same, or is it all like this town, like, or is it all in the same area where you're going to the same spots with it?
Yeah, you can. I mean, there's overlap, but that's also just these 2 characters, and so I'm sure that there is, but it's just a matter of getting deeper into the game.
Yeah,
tough to know how it works out.
Yeah, was the battle system interesting? I heard there's some sort
of there's this there's kind of like a push system. Did you play what's the other one? I'm familiar with
Persona.
By the same, well, no, not push like Persona, push like Bravely Second's the first one. Is that what it's called? Bravely Default? There's kind of like where you charge your attacks, and so the way that it works is that enemies have a shield, and you have to use their weakness to break the shield, and then you do big damage to them, but they're also stunned when their shield's gone. And so I guess the idea is you break their shield. Each turn you get like a little dot to a maximum of 5, and then you can drop like 4 attacks on them at once.
Okay.
So you break the shield and then unload on them, I guess, is the idea.
I see.
But there's cool like interrupt things. Like the boss has kind of like his big one where it says, I forget, the thing that tells you that he's charging up for a big attack, right? And if you break his shield that turn, then he can't do it, right? Because he's stunned.
Right.
So it's kind of cool to maybe use your charges up to break a shield instead of doing damage based on situation. So there's some stuff in there that's kind of cool. There seems to be like an enemy recruitment thing.
Okay.
Or not enemy, like a ally recruitment, but it's like temporary. It seems cool, but it feels like there's a lot of ideas. And the thing that I'm not super big on is, and I think this is a problem with movies, and I don't like the idea of it moving towards video games. And we see that in Kickstarters as well. But I think everybody that played it got a survey after in their email saying, how do you feel about this? What did you like? What did you not like? How about you just make the game? Like,
how about you have a vision, right?
Yeah.
What's your vision? Instead of asking us what the vision is.
Yeah. That turned me off quite a bit.
That would, I can understand that, because it's like, do they actually have a vision then? I guess they would. I mean, they've gotten this far. They've developed something, but I guess we'll see. Yeah.
And
what
do you think
cool about the visuals? Yeah.
That's what I was just going to say. It looks really cool. It's a nice evolution of like 16-bit era. So it looks very 16-bit-y.
Yeah.
But it's got some weird effects on it. So if you think about
it 3D, is it actually 3D or fake? Like, is it 3D faking 2D? Do you think? Like voxels type? thing?
Yeah, it looks like that. It looks 3D in a lot of ways,
Uh,
but it plays like 2D. It reminds me a lot of 3D Dot Hero. Is that what it was called?
oh yeah,
The
yeah,
PS3 one.
yeah.
Where they
But
have this
16-bit, but
right,
like more, yeah,
not 3D, like 2D sprites.
yeah,
The
yeah,
thing
yeah, yeah.
that reminds me of is that in that game there's kind of a filter forwards and backwards. So like
Mhm.
further back, the filter kind of blurs things out a bit,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah, I
it
remember
does the
that.
same thing here. So it looks like this weird, like muddy filter on everything, but it looks really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a
Music
Switch,
good?
you know what? Unremarkable.
Okay.
So not to say that it's good or bad, just unremarkable.
Mm-hmm. Might grow on you, might not.
Yeah.
Depends on that.
Yeah.
Huh.
And how about you? I heard that you played a game.
Yeah, I played a game. I haven't played it since then because I've been too busy with playing Destiny with you guys and all that. But I'm excited to get back into it. I picked up Ease 8, the Lacrimosa of Dana.
Yeah.
It's the subtitle. It's I can't remember when it first came out. I guess it's not a port. I guess it's just we got it late. It got brought over here maybe a couple of weeks ago, and it's been out in Japan I think since I don't know, like probably at least for 6 months.
And it was a PS4 game originally too, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. No, I don't think it was then. I think it might have been longer because it looks like a PS3 game. Looks like a PS3 game, but it runs at 60 frames a second, super smooth. Just for the listeners, the E series is sort of an action RPG series. Has been around for a long time. Like, I mean, yeah, this is 8, so you go back to what? What was the first one for Super Nintendo? No, not even. Nintendo,
No,
maybe?
I think we got Ease 3 was the first
Yeah, we
one
got
we got.
Ease 3 for SNES, yeah. Yeah. And sort of the more recent ones, it's kind of the older games, I guess, were a little less crazy on the action, and it's become its own, like, almost like it's hard to compare to another game to really give people an idea of what Ease plays like, but it's a very frantic action RPG where like the boss battles are always quite intense. You're gonna die and like get your ass kicked a lot in these games. Typically, like the bosses are always like even the first boss in the game you'll probably lose like multiple times to try and. I mean, there's difficulty settings for most of them, but I think maybe I play it on the normal or hard settings to start because there's always higher difficulty settings past that. But like you get hit by a boss and you'll take a lot of damage, and you hit the boss and you're not always doing a lot. Like it takes a little while. The boss has a lot of different like tells and patterns, and it's about pattern recognition and learning to time your dodges and block at the right time and then get your damage in. And the last two in the series, I guess the last two introduced more than one character, because usually you're just Adol, the red-haired swordsman in all the games. He's the same character essentially. But the last two, this one and E7, which I actually picked up on Steam, and I put it down once I picked this one up. You can hot swap between two other people who are following you at any point in a fight. So you can like chain combo other characters like mid fight.
That sounds like a fucking nightmare, to be honest.
It's cool though. You get used to it really quickly. And each of them has a different, like, monsters sometimes are weak to one of the characters' type of attack. So it doesn't take that much getting used to it. When I started seven was a little more intense, but it didn't take long because each character has like 4 face button abilities you can assign, so you can do those too. But it really isn't as complex as it sounds. And the cool part is, like, I don't know which these games have this, but this one and 7 both have like a Instaguard button where you can, if you time the block correctly, you can. It's like blocking in. Well, it's like. It's an Instaguard, so you hit it right when you're going to get hit, which isn't easy, depending on the attack, and you won't take damage, and you get, for a few seconds after you block, you get to do more damage to them. And if it's like a multi-hit attack, you can keep blocking, like kind of like in Street Fighter, 3, where you could do the parries. It's kind of like that. Like you got to keep hitting it, or you can do like an insta dodge, like Bayonetta style, where if you do it in this one, not in 7, but in this one, if you do it, things slow down a little bit, but not too much, and you can kind of get a few more attacks in and stuff. Beyond that, you've got basically the premise of this one is that this giant ship that Adol and the other guy, what's his friend's name? I can't remember. Dogi, he's in all the other games. They're on a board a ship for whatever reason. That's usually how these games start. And something happens. You go near an island where like it's known to have like no one ever survives. No one's ever been to the island, and ships always get shipwrecked. And then some tentacles like wrap around the ship, and then the ship.
I'm listening.
Yeah, and all the passengers on the ship get stranded, but they're all scattered over the island. So you're on this island, and then you have to set up a base. Like right away, you set up a base of operations, and it becomes like if there's a town building aspect. So you got to find people for your town as you're playing, and then there's quests for them that you do, and there's a whole material gathering system like a bit of Dark Cloud-esque kind of stuff, I think, in there. If I can reference that game, I'm loving it, man. The music is pretty good, quite good actually. Some of the tracks so far, and it runs well. Like it's really smooth on the PS4. The Vita version apparently doesn't run at 60 frames a second, but people are still saying it's fine. But yeah, I don't know, and it's cool. I like games that are on islands too. Games that take place on desert islands. It's my jam, man. It's good.
What else fits in that genre other than Star Tropics?
Other Ys games, I think, take place on islands. What else? That's a good question, actually. Oh.
Send us your favorite island games.
Games that open on an island or open on a seashore, where you start on a seashore. That might be a little open it up a little more. Path of Exile you start on the beach after a shipwreck, actually. Yeah, it's a tough question. I don't know. There's got to be a lot of them. One Piece games, they're all on islands, right?
There you go.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm giving it right now, tentatively, I'm giving it like a 4 out of 5. I'm sure it'll go up when I get into it more. But I've already fought I don't know. I played for maybe 2 or 3 hours, and I fought 2 or 3 bosses. I think there's a lot of bosses in this game. They're not stretching it out too much. So digging it, man.
It's good.
Came with a soundtrack, and it came with an art book, which I was very surprised. Did not expect that.
And you haven't flipped through it, and you never will.
No, but it's good that's there. I like that. I like that's there.
Yeah, I'm the same. I stopped for the most part. I stopped pre-ordering special edition stuff just because it sits there, and then I just I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't. It was just that's the copy. It was the so-called day one edition, and right. Most of the GameStops or EBs had at least one copy when I checked. So in my area, right. So it wasn't too hard to come across a copy. But yeah, I really want to. I'm going to be playing a lot more of it. I'm sure it did not overstay its welcome. It's it's a lot of fun. So I don't know if I'll go back to 7 after this one though, because it feels like this is an evolution of 7, and it's just doing things better so far that I've noticed. So, and it looks a lot better too. 7's more like PS2 kind of level graphics and a little bit more janky. Frame rate's not as solid. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I played this week. Played a bit of this game on Steam called Unexplored. It's a roguelike top-down, very particular graphical style. The thing about this one is that when you play each run, they've got a really complex floor algorithm where the game has multiple quests that you can be assigned and puzzles, and they span across multiple floors in the game, and the game still somehow works. It's quite complicated. It doesn't feel like it's random. It feels like it's almost close to intentionally designed. But he's come up with this crazy algorithm. There's some interview on on a podcast that they have a link to here that talks about how the guy made the algorithm and stuff. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's not done yet, so I sort of try it every now and again to see if it's anything's been added, but it's been kind of fun. But I haven't played too much else this week. Some things I'm looking forward to, though. What do you any games on the frontier that you're on the horizon that you're
next Friday? I'll pick up the what's it called, Picross S for Switch. That one's interesting. I don't know if you've heard or not, but there's a 2-player simultaneous mode.
What?
Like not versus, but co-op Picross.
What? How does that work?
I don't know. As soon as I saw that it was in, I was like, no more questions. Like, I don't want to hear anything about it. Like, just sounds amazing and I want to play it. So sure, let's do it.
Interesting. It'd be cool if like, yeah, I don't know. I'm already speculating how that works.
Yeah, you could come up with like a million ideas for 2-player Picross.
Yeah, you could like one person has a set of information, the other person has a set of information. That would be frustrating though.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It depends who your partner would be.
What about
if you and I were partners, we'd nail that shit, no problem.
What about Battle Picross, like race?
Oh, you would love it because you'd destroy me.
That's hard to like balance though, right? Because if somebody's better, then they're better, right?
Well, would you like, a lot of these puzzle battle games have abilities and stuff where you can mess the other person up? How would that work in a logic game, right?
Yeah,
you could do some stuff.
Yeah, cover up some numbers, make you guess.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if it was based on speed and not necessarily accuracy, and there were some penalties, but because then it would reward memory too if you covered up parts of the puzzle and then you could remember, like use your memory to be like, I don't care if it's covered up, I already know. You know what I mean? What the numbers were? Yeah. That actually would be cool.
If they had like the whole thing's covered and they just reveal small parts at a time and it rotates through like different areas, would be really cool.
There's tons of stuff you could do. We could hash this shit out right now, man. Copyright that shit. Copyright that shit, man.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll check that out. Outside of that, to be honest, I canceled a bunch of pre-orders.
Oh yeah? What'd you cancel?
I just Fire Emblem Warriors I canceled. I canceled. I don't know why I pre-ordered it. What's it called? Tokyo Xanadu EX.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I pre-ordered in the first place.
What's the deal with that one? What type of a game is it?
I don't know. Some Japan game. It looked like something that I would be into. So
is it like an action RPG?
I think so.
I'm assuming. Okay.
Maybe. But that's why I started canceling games, because I just felt like I'm playing a number of games every week and maybe not even bringing any to completion. Like I started Yakuza Kiwami last week, and I haven't touched it since. And I would like to. I just I don't know.
Yeah, I got a list of Steam games looking at me right now that I haven't finished. I could list them off right now for you. Got Galaxy, which has been sitting there forever. I played maybe 2 hours of it.
I didn't love it.
No, I mean, I thought the concept was cool, the movement and all that, but
it looks so amateur.
Yeah, it does. Exactly. I think I disagreed with you on that originally because I was kind of hard on for the game before I even played it. But yeah, now that I played it, I don't. It is a little amateurish. I got Ikaruga, which I don't know if. I mean, should I go? I don't know what my goal is for that. Like, do I beat it under X amount of credits on normal now, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Yeah. And I think, but that's where I think canceling games is coming from. Like, that's how I play video games now. Is just like, how do I burn through this as fast as possible so I can move on to the next thing?
Yeah. Which
and I don't like that.
No.
I don't want to be that guy, you know?
Yeah.
And so I want to slow everything right down.
Is that a quote from? That's a quote from Hateful Eight. What does he say?
I don't know.
Samuel Jackson in this. It's awesome in the trailer. That's what got me to watch that movie.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't.
Oh, this shit, right? Something like that.
I don't know.
We got to find a clip of that because it's great.
Because if you look at the games that I have left, I canceled Ni no Kuni 2.
Good decision.
Here's the games I have left. Mario Odyssey comes out next month, and it's going to be fucking awesome. Everything, I'm trying to stay away from it, but everything I see looks so good.
It looks amazing. I'm jealous because I won't have a Switch at that point.
I'm really excited about that. So that's cool. And I mean, it's exciting to be excited about Mario, right? Because a lot of Mario games that come out, you're just whatever. It's fucking Mario. Where I'm really excited for it. It looks really fun. So check that out. And then Yakuza 6. It's funny I said I don't buy collectors anymore, but I bought that stupid thing. But if you look at the other games that I have, I canceled everything else except actually I canceled like over half of things I had pre-ordered.
Wow.
Because if you look at the games that are left, it's stuff that's not a one-off, like one and done, right? It's stuff I can put time into because that's my new goal. I'm going to play video games like this now.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter World.
You canceled it.
No, I didn't.
What is that? I thought you said this is part of the list.
No,
that you're
these are the ones that I have left.
Forward to. Okay.
Yeah. So Mario Odyssey, Monster Hunter World, because you can put a ton of time in that. Maybe I'll be like a Monster Hunter expert with World. We'll see.
You already kind of are.
Well, shit, like the Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate.
Yeah.
I had like 300 hours or something in that stupid game.
Yeah, and I had like a good amount too.
Yeah. Well, and it's gross because if you think about the amount of time I had in that, like Destiny 1, I had a total of like 600 hours, and that was over like a number of years.
Yes.
Where Monster Hunter, I played for like half a month.
Yes.
Like 300 hours into it. It's so awesome.
The listeners got to pick up on this because Monster Hunter, okay, you've never played a Monster Hunter game, you got to start with it. You got to give this one a chance because it's once that
you got to give World a chance,
man.
What if it sucks? What if Monster Hunter World is bad?
From what I've seen, it looks awesome. There's no way it's gonna be bad. All you got to worry about is which weapon you're gonna main. That's all you got to. There's videos on YouTube for that. You can.
So Monster Hunter World, the other one that I have on pre-order that I really, really want to put an honest effort into like getting good at, or at least trying a little more than I would, is Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh.
It looks. Have you seen videos of this thing?
I'm gonna have to check that out,
dude. It looks like a cartoon. It looks bananas. How smooth and how clean it is.
It's a fighting game, though, right? Is the single player good? Like that's the thing, right? Because that's what's burned you out before in fighters.
Okay, but you know that this one has 6-player because it's 3 versus 3 tag match, and it's 6-player online with tag.
What? Wait.
That sounds so. You switch out like Marvel vs. Capcom. You switch out, but when you switch out, it's a different person.
Oh shit!
That's
no way.
Yeah, man, it's amazing.
Hold on. Let me get back up a little bit. This is pretty cool. It sounds what I'm thinking. So you're telling me 6 different individual players play in one match, 3 versus 3?
3 versus 3, but it's tag team.
And you pick one character that your character is.
That's right. Yeah.
And then when people swap out, you're literally swapped in.
You're in, yeah.
Is there what determines when you get swapped in? That guy just tags you in?
Yeah, tags you in or he dies, yeah. It's the same as Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh shit. But so there's potential for awesomeness, but also potential for like this guy sucks and do you know what I mean? Like
I don't give a fuck. Screw people online.
Yeah. No,
I don't care at all.
Your teammates might suck.
Okay, then my teammates suck then.
It's not it's 3D, right? Or how do you move around?
So it's 2D style, it's 3D style, but it's a 2D fighter.
It is, okay. That sounds awesome though.
No one's really done that. You gotta check out some videos because it looks so smooth.
All right. Wow.
And to be honest, like I might just cancel everything else. Like
you could definitely get away with it.
Yeah, like those are big games. Like even Yakuza 6 that has a very definite beginning and end. Like maybe I just put in the time and like fill out the whatever it's called. Get all the CP and stuff from doing all the activities.
Mm-hmm.
So many activities.
Yeah, man. That's.
You ever consider jumping in on Yakuza?
Not yet. I mean, no. It's just. I don't know. It's more about like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe at some point. I know you guys talked a lot about it. I know I probably would enjoy it. It's sort of just I got so many other things that I want to play.
I think that's a big part of where the cancellation stuff comes from. Is just there's so much I want to play. Like, and that's without looking at anything else on the Switch coming. Like, those are just the big games that I have pre-ordered. But I'm sure there's like little things that'll come out. There's like the little indie stuff that comes out. PSVR stuff that comes out. Like,
you know what came onto my radar just today? And let me spell this out for you. Game is a Japanese developed game. It's a Kickstarter campaign. Okay, so it's not necessarily going to even get made, but it's a life simulator. But so what's the genre? The genre's where's the genre here? Debt repayment daily life RPG. Okay,
sounds great.
Made by the Deadly Premonition guy and Dark Dreams Don't Die.
Oh, yeah. I saw that today.
Yeah, murder mystery, and in the vein of Twin Peaks. And at night, everyone turns into cats in a small town. And so does the main character, and you have cat abilities. And during the day, you make money by doing all sorts of odd jobs and taking pictures of things. It sounds amazing. The trailer's awesome. The only shitty part is that it's only 17%. It's stalled out at like 16-17% goal.
I didn't realize it was a Kickstarter. What's it called?
The Good Life. The Good Life. That's the trailer. It's like Japanese dude.
Kickstarter right now.
Yeah. So it looks cool. It's not getting this. It's not getting that support.
But that was like that. The Rap Rabbit.
Yeah.
There's no way. This looks awesome. The art looks really cool.
Did you see the most expensive backer reward? Become a character in town. $34,999, and one backer out of five has claimed that.
Wow. Because they know it's not going to make it.
I don't know. You get to eat dinner with Swery, the developer, I guess.
In the game though, not in real life.
Yeah, I saw that. There's a whole bunch of other stuff you get too, physical stuff. And the town's called Rainy Woods, which is the same name as, or it was going to be the name of the town in Deadly Premonition, apparently. So, yeah, it looks cool.
But it
looks awesome. The trailer looks awesome. I'm loving it.
That sucks though. I don't know, the Kickstarter thing. Like, would you prefer that it just never gets made and we don't get to see it? Because that Rap Rabbit thing hurt a little bit. I don't think it looked very good, but at the same time, like, I would like to try that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would have bought it for sure if there wasn't a Kickstarter thing.
Someone will make a game like that. Someone might get, But this actually legitimately looks really good. And
did the other one.
Did it? I thought it got a backlash. Like, I watched the trailer, wasn't too impressed.
Yeah. Alcoholic priest, butcher couple.
What?
Neurosurgeon who hates kids.
What? Are these characters in the game?
Yeah. Handsome nurse.
Yeah, it's awesome. Isn't there a gay doctor?
Girl who sells milk. Insomniac mortician.
Yeah, and it's got a real time. Everyone has their own things they do. Oh no, I'm looking at the cat. There's gas station cat, pub cat.
I'd play this.
Yeah, gay cat. The gay cat.
I'm kind of regretting my my Shenmue 3 all in.
Yeah, you could have won all in this, and you could have got some good shit. How much did you pay for Shenmue again?
160, 180.
Okay, let's say you spent that for this. You would have got 2 copies of the game. Yeah. You would have got a town guidebook
and a bunch of fucking shitty desktop wallpapers.
Sweary's signature, special video footage, digital soundtrack, desktop wallpapers. Yeah, that's not doing. Signed message card, digital. So that's not that great for $129. $269. What do you get? Oh, you get a T-shirt, a hoodie, a mug, pins. I'd go for that. I mean, I'd go for having those things, not paying $270. But
I don't think we have anything else to talk about tonight.
I think this is great. We should never talk about anything. Let's just talk about Kickstarter games and
just chat about shit, man.
Yeah, man.
Do you have any interest in not podcast related? Do you have any interest in? Did you get that thing I sent you about the
yes, but I don't remember what it was. What was it?
Drive-in.
Yeah, I will go to that.
They're throwing two shitty
We're gonna watch that. We're
two
gonna
shitty horror movies at the
We'll
drive-in.
go. If I can make it, I'll go.
What do you mean if you can make it? Make sure you can.
When is it? During a weekend?
Oh.
Hopefully. Back to my list on Steam. It's not that long. Steven Sausage Roll sitting there. The silver case is sitting there. I played like an hour of it. You gotta be in the right mood for that. It's
see, dude, I feel exactly the same way. I love it. I love the idea of it. I want to play it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to. You know?
Yeah. I got this game called Wuppo. Wuppo. It's like a Metroidvania, cute looking Metroidvania. It's pretty.
Drive-in double features October 21st.
Yeah. Xanadu Next, still sitting there, 7 hours played. And E7, 9 hours. Oh, I didn't even know I played it that long. But yeah, definitely I have a good feeling about E8. I'll be finishing that for sure. It's not going to go on the burner pile. But you know what I got rid of to get E8 for free? Turned in Prey, because I'm never going to play that shit. I tried so many times. Developers keep messing with it.
So glad we bought it like at full price for you.
Hey, it's mine. I can do with it how I please. There are no other stipulations.
One of the movies at Hamilton Trash Cinema.
Yeah.
Jacko, 1995. A long, long time ago, a wizard was put to death.
Top there. That's all I need to know.
About Back from Hell, 1993. A priest visits an old friend who has gone to Hollywood to become a movie star. He finds out that his friend has sold his soul to Satan for stardom and now regrets it.
What year are both these movies?
95, 97. Sorry, 95, 93.
Oh, shit. Okay. Man. We're doing it.
The other one.
Yeah.
This is October 21st.
Right.
November 7th. Actually, that's a Tuesday. That might be tougher for you. I have a buddy who directed a movie called Exorcism of the Dead that's playing in...
Oh, yeah. You were telling me that guy.
Yeah, check that. I'm going to go to that for sure.
Cool.
So you can look for it. It's called Exorcism of the Dead. I'm sure you can find it on Facebook easy enough.
Cool. And now we're on the topic of movies. I was upset because I thought it was already out on Netflix. Friggin' Gerald's Game is a Stephen King book, one of his oldest books that I've never actually read. I heard it's really good, and I don't know who directed it, but it looks friggin' awesome. It's going to be on Netflix like in a week, so I'm kind of excited to see that shit.
I canceled Netflix.
Yeah, I know.
I got it back for a month, and I canceled it again.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't. I don't know. We use it a fair amount for like Peppa Pig and stuff.
I don't use it at all.
So, yeah, get rid of it then. But you have other services, don't you?
No.
Crunchyroll?
I had Crave TV for a little while for Twin Peaks, but then that ended, so Crave ended. Mm-hmm. Crunchyroll I've had in the past, but there's not enough on there that I watch.
Yeah. What do you think about this season 2 of One Punch Man?
I didn't give a shit about the first season.
Oh, you didn't like it? Okay, never mind. It's by a different studio that apparently I looked at their list of shit. I didn't know any of it. It looks so. Who knows how that'll be?
Anime was a mistake. Do you hear about the show, The Orville?
Yeah.
So Seth MacFarlane, I don't like at all.
No. Me neither.
But I was like, I'll watch something like that. Sure, just check it out, see how it is. It's not bad. I actually quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, I heard not great things about it, but it was mixed, so who knows?
People are dumb. I mean, it's not a good show, but it's very like production quality is quite high.
Okay.
And it's easily consumed.
There's a lot of that's not necessarily a ringing endorsement though, Chris. Easily consumed.
But it's how often do you get like
okay, I'll tell you what. Fair enough. I'll tell you what's easily consumed that is on my guilty pleasures is that Samurai Chef or Samurai, that Japanese show about the old man who quits his job or he retires and he just goes around eating at different restaurants every episode. And it's the most easy show to watch. There's no stakes at all. But it's great. It's just like watching an old dude eat, and it's not a reality show. It's just a show.
Is this some weird sex thing?
Yeah, it's all sexual innuendo, man. The Samurai Gourmet on Netflix. I've been enjoying that.
Sounds like a masterpiece.
It's awesome. It's easily consumed. I'll give it that.
So those are the recommendations for the week. Things that are easily consumed is the ringing endorsement.
Was it the Orville? Yeah, I'll check it. What's it on? What's it on? What's it available? How can we watch this show?
I watched it on Fox, just right on the website.
Okay.
But I'd use a VPN to get past the region block.
Right. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, is friggin' Star Trek series. You can't watch it on Netflix in Canada or US, but everywhere else in the world it's available on Netflix.
I heard a story about that because, I mean, the Orville kind of leads you down that hole, right? That rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, something about, who is it, CBS or something?
Yeah.
Has the rights to do it, but only if they produce a show every X number of years.
Oh.
And so they made it just so they could hold on to the rights to the show.
Oh.
Like they didn't expect it to go anywhere. It was solely so they could hold on to it. So apparently it's not very good anyway.
Well, we finagled a way to watch a little bit of the first episode, and it didn't impress me. They're going the J.J. Abrams Star Trek, like actiony. Everything looks way too futuristic for a prequel, which fine. I mean, they can't make it look like the old Star Trek series, but still, it's like, and everything's like it's not going to be that kind of show. It's not going to be the Star Trek I like. It's not going to be about characters and drama.
Dude, I think you should check out the Orville because I expected it to be Family Guy in space.
Yeah,
it's not at all. It feels very much like Next Generation.
Really? Okay.
In a lot of ways.
Okay.
And maybe not, I don't know, not as serious, of course, right? But there's some stuff in there. Like there's some things that they deal with where I was like, it's somewhat interesting.
Well, maybe it'll morph into something like that. Maybe it'll get more serious in the future. Yeah. You never know if it's successful. Well,
so there's the two descriptors I'd use. It's easily consumed and it's somewhat interesting.
Oh my God. All right. Jesus Christ. Well, I think we could call it a day on that one.
Put this thing in a bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
I already got a title in mind, and I know what we're going to call this one.
Dude, fucking easily consumed, without question.
Wow. Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Something like that. Something related to easily consumed and pre-order canceled.
Here's another show that you got to watch that I still am working through, like all the seasons of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Not as strong as it is later. Like the later episodes are not great compared to the beginning. Season 10 was like a hard drop. But that show gave me some of the best laughs that I've had in a really long time. So it's worth to go through for sure.
All right. I wish you'd get back into Star Trek for realsies, but
hey, you know what? Maybe the Orville will do it.
Yeah. All right.
We'll talk to you next week.
See you later.